Good day, everyone. Today is the fourth Sunday of Lent. Here's a reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to Nicodemus, "Just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the desert, so must the Son of Man be lifted up, so that everyone who believes in him may have eternal life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, so that everyone who believes in him might not perish, but might have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world might be saved through him. Whoever believes in him will not be condemned, but whoever does not believe has already been condemned, because he has not believed in the name of the only Son of God. And this is the verdict, that the light came into the world, but people preferred darkness to light because their works were evil. For everyone who does wicked things hates the light and does not come toward the light, so that his works might not be exposed. But whoever lives the truth comes to the light, so that his works may be clearly seen as done in God." The Gospel of the Lord. Well, any of you who've been following my blog, especially the written parts of it, might have seen a few entries that may not be all that tasteful or tactful. And the thing is that I'll be very frank with you, there are a few entries there that I'm not entirely proud of. However, on those particular days, I really could not think of anything else to write. But I made a promise that I would write something every day that is loosely related to the gospel of the day. And what that's essentially done is expose certain elements of character, because it is rather difficult to write something every single day for a few weeks. It keeps coming and coming and starts to wear down on you. Eventually, the people who are reading get to know you really well if you're doing something like this. So, what does that have to do with Lent? Well, Lent is preparation for Easter and the coming of the light, to expose everything that has been hidden in darkness. And with the case of my Lenten promise, which was my daily blog entries plus these videos on Sundays and feast days, is it tends to expose something that may have previously been hidden, things that I might not have been aware of, or if you're doing something you may not have been aware of. So if you're giving up something like chocolate or Facebook or alcohol, you might find that there's other vices that you didn't even know about because you peeled the most obvious ones away. And for confession, if you tend to go very often, you notice after you tell the same confession a few times, you start to notice a few things lying beneath the surface that you were not aware of, because the most obvious ones were the ones that kept making it to confession. Now, you might ask, is confession a particularly Lenten theme, like a characteristic of Lent? And my answer to that is, it absolutely is. It has a very similar effect as a Lenten promise, whether it's something you're giving up, or in my case, a lot of writing and a lot of content, either of which will have a tendency to expose things that had been hidden. So this Lenten season, it's not necessarily meant to make you feel good or even look good. What it's meant to do is prepare you for Easter, because it's all about how prepared you are when Easter comes around, when the light comes to save the world. How prepared are you? How prepared are you to bring forth all the things that had been in darkness into the light? How have you done? Like, how have you peeled back enough layers to expose yourself sufficiently to be cleansed? And So that's just some food for thought there. And you might be struggling through Lent right now. Lent's meant to be a struggle. It's not meant to be easy. And just keep in mind, though, that we are more than halfway. We have 3 weeks left. We are more than three weeks through. So if you're struggling, just keep soldiering forth. Lent is doing exactly what it's meant to do. If it's exposing shortcomings that you did not know about, that's exactly what it's meant to do. It's meant to help you get better, basically. So I encourage you, just keep working at it, and peace out.